to start a business without doing that. That's bullshit. That's not true. That's not true. When you run a business, there is nothing that says you must work 60 hours a week. First of all, just on a simple, logical, rational approach. There is nothing that says when you start a business as an entrepreneur, you must work 60 hours a week. There is nowhere that is handed down to you as a rule. That doesn't exist. But people talk about it as if it's this guarantee. You got to work 60 hours. You start a business, you got to work 60 hours. That's the only way you can get the business to work. And there are people who have never run a business who are repeating this. And I know why they're repeating it, because they hear it from other people who say it. Oh, you got to work 60 hours a week to make your business work. What is this a reflection of, folks? Everybody been paying attention the last couple of days? What is this a reflection of? Hustle culture. This is Western society hustle culture, where people who create success, or they want to talk about success, they warn the other people who want to be successful, hey, these are the things that you have to do. And one of the easiest things to warn, quote unquote, people about is how hard you have to work to be successful. Now, why do people tell you that? Why do they say that? The reason people say that is because they want to put themselves above you by telling you how hard they work compared to how hard you're working. Because here they are with a successful business. They just told you it takes 60 hours a week to have a successful business. You don't have a successful business yet. So clearly you haven't done it 60 hours a week yet. So they are unconsciously putting themselves above you by even saying it. See, that's the game. That's the part nobody's going to tell you. Oh, you got to work 60 hours a week. Here I am with a successful business. So what are they telling you without saying it? I've worked 60 hours a week. You haven't. You're not on my level yet. That's what they're saying. And see, that's the hustle. And now they scared you out of even wanting to start a business because you think you got to work 60 hours a week. And if you do start a business, if you're not working 60 hours a week, then clearly you must be doing something wrong. And if your business is not working out and you go to someone for help, maybe one of these hustle culture people, not race, but hustle culture people telling you that you had to work 60 hours a week to get your business running. You go to them and show them that you're not working 60 hours a week. Then they're going to say, well, no wonder your business is not working. You ain't working 60 hours a week. Of course. Of course. We know exactly what your problem is when that ain't the problem. I'm not saying that 60-hour weeks may not come and that they couldn't be useful, but is that really the problem? The answer is hell no. That is not the problem. I work with a lot of entrepreneurs who are doing it as a side hustle, entrepreneurs who are transitioning into doing it as their full hustle, entrepreneurs who have been doing it as their full-time business.